Look out!
Huge win right here. And it's funny because we talk about how that's old school. They getting a guy underneath and they run the football. 44 rushing attempts for Tampa. And what happens, there's no better play action quarterback in the National Football League than Tom Brady.
Yeah. When they could run the ball and Tom Brady turns his back to the defense and runs heavy play action, look out.
And suddenly, the Buccaneers are 5-5 on top of their division.
If you scour it, I'm saying to you, you can't summarily dismiss the possibility of Tom Brady.
This style of offense where you play action pass and it allows Brady protection and you commit 7 guys to do it, and then he's still good enough to throw it wherever he can and or needs to.
It was obvious that the destruction of the offensive line in the interior through injury and attrition and retirement was going to be a problem early.
Yep.
It was also likely that would get better as the season wore on. Guys, Key, you think about the Niners and how everyone likes the Niners now. The Bucs are kind of the Niners, but with Brady instead of Garoppolo. They got a lot of, there's a reason to think they're going to get better and better as the season goes on.
A defense.
Dano, great job of using the tape on showing the 7-man protection.
Yeah.
And that's what you do, and that allows you on that play action game. That's what it does. And look at the separation his receivers had, and it looked like vintage Tom Brady. Guys, here's the stat that he's the best in the league, a QBR of 84 when he's in play action game, and only 50 in dropback. So to me, it's like that is a formula moving forward. I think.
Well, first of all, they're going to win the NFC South.
I think that division comes
down to the
NFC
South. No, it's not. They're going to win the NFC South. They're going to win the NFC South. Atlanta ain't going to hang.
They got a 1-game lead on Atlanta.
It doesn't matter, and it'll be 3 before the season's over. They're going in the NFC South. They're going to the postseason. Once that happens, things get interesting.
All I know is they ran the ball 44 times and it worked.
Well, so when you can run the ball with White, which they got him going with Fournette, that opens up things for Tom. That's what it comes down to.
No doubt.
Fumbles the ball. Devin White. Guys, Devin White, who has been much ridiculed, and also Devin White, who lost his father this week before the game, found that out and came out and had his best game of the season.
This guy gets on a plane to Munich, finds out right before he's getting on the plane that he loses his father, Carlos Thomas, and then he goes out there, sacks on Geno Smith, stripping the ball, making play after play, playing with a ton of energy while also playing with a heavy heart. Said after the game there were so many emotions surrounding this game that went into it, but he was able to go out there and pull through for his teammates. And he said that's what kind of kept him going, a distraction of everything that was going on and being with his guys, leading him on defense. And we heard from his coach after the game, Todd Bowles, who talked about everything Devin White was going through and dealing with the death of his father.
I think this trip as a whole might be the catalyst that they needed.
And straight up, Tom Brady is still a top 5 quarterback in the league when they use play action from underneath the center.
Well, I think terrific Tom opened up things for the entire team by his attitude. Mm-hmm. He's not walking around sad and looking like this and head down. Everything is he's Tom Brady again.
There's so
it affects the rest of the team.
Chris Godwin finally got a touchdown catch.
I think that this might have been the perfect catalyst for whatever the Bucs have. And if it wasn't, it was actually a small respite from what's been a hell of a season that's been just negative. That, hey, wait, there's some positivity here too.
I don't think he's desensitized. As a matter of fact, I think that's why he's still playing, is he still appreciates these moments. And when you stop playing, they don't exist anymore. You just have the memories of them. So I'm sure he absolutely was in tune with it, Peter. This running game for the Buccaneers is the biggest thing for me, and I'm just looking back on their offensive running game performance this season. 152 in the opener, and then after that, 72, 34, three rushing yards, 69, 75, 46, 44, 51, and then finally yesterday it breaks through 161. You can want to run the football, you can scheme it up, you can drill it all week.
Here it is.
You've got to do it, right? You've got to make the blocks. And Byron Leftwich was being criticized for it, and he was saying, look, there are some passes that to me are kind of like runs, and I'm paraphrasing. He said something to the point of the number of runs really doesn't matter. It's like, are you going to be effective in what you're doing? Well, they finally were. And it changed everything.
Yep.
It changed how Brady threw, how confident he was, how much space now these wide receivers had. Over the years, how many times have we seen that play action fake from Brady, turn around, plant, and you know it's going to be a completion likely to Rob Gronkowski. But in this case, it might be Cade Otton. All of a sudden, he's coming on now, too. This running game could really change everything. You talked about this being the spark for this team, Peter. It's the spark for the running game off of this game, and who knows? Maybe all of a sudden now you start to make some noise if you're in Tampa.
Brady's seen it all, right? Like the rings, the Super Bowls, even his career at Michigan.
They're fine now. Now, you chill. What I mean by that is, like,
if you have good players and you have veteran coaches, you don't hand out the Lombardi in October or November. Just chill. Keep playing, play through it, just like you did in your Super Bowl year. And I think if you're a team like the Bills, you watch the Bucs and you're like, all right, see what they're doing, see how they're bottoming out, and they can still fight. This Bucs team, they lost 21-3 a couple weeks ago to P.J. Walker and the Panthers. Like, I don't know how that happened, and then that just happened, but they'll fix it. And everyone wanted to bury the Bucs, say it's over, Brady's going to retire in embarrassment. And I asked at the time, point to the team in the South who's going to keep them out of the playoffs. I'm still waiting. Andy Dalton, Marcus Mariota, P.J. Walker, Sam, anybody want to beat Brady? I just don't think so. I think they have their chance, and I think they're 5-5 now, and they found a new running game, and like they kind of believe, and they're refreshed. Brady was saying to Peter King that it felt like he was in Fenway. You know, like he's like, oh, this is so cool. And I think you come back from that, like we're back, we beat a good team, people love us, I love football. Let's go on a little run. It's pretty cool.
Season ends today. Guess what? They have a home playoff game.
Yeah, division champs.
I think everything's all right.
Yeah, Tampa Bay's back at the front of the discussion now again as being the contender in the NFC for sure.
The thing is, like, if you're watching this game and you're in the NFC, you're going, God dang it, they might have figured it out, right? Yeah. You've been hoping that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers continue to run their head into a wall. They didn't. First move you make is you start Rachaad White. He gets the first carry. You have some young exuberance, right? You have a guy who's hitting a hole, getting explosive plays, and you have an offensive line. You kept speaking about the way that they protected Tom Brady. Offensive linemen are nasty dudes. They're the type of dudes that go into the shower in the weight locker room without slippers on.
I don't wear shower shoes ever.
Because you're disgusting. And so if you think about them, they started road grading first, right? They got in the game, they got physical, and then it's easy to protect Tom Brady. Now we're getting to play. Byron Leftwich and this team has tried to run the football. It's not like they didn't want to run the football. Yesterday they were able to, and if this team continues to figure that out, play the way they did on defense, Devin White, 9 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, forced fumble, 2 sacks. That was the Devin White that they won a Super Bowl with. They do that, nobody wants to see him because 12 is still the quarterback.
Yeah, 2 things right there. I piggyback right off of that. If they're going to play defense like that, now they're going to be serious contenders in the NFC.
Look, this is what Tom has been used to his entire career. New England ran the football well when he was in New England. They were a physical football team that was about running the football and play action passing, and then Tom just mastered situational football to the degree where you knew if the game was tight, he would figure it out. My God, I mean, Tampa Bay may go undefeated if they can play like this.
If you think about the 49ers for a second, once Garoppolo took over, you go, they have everything they need. If they can be healthy, they have, Garoppolo makes deep playoff runs. The Bucs, if they can stay healthy, are like that, except they have a better quarterback. He reads the defense quick, gets the ball out quick, but he got a better arm. That's Tom freaking Brady, right? Like, this is a Super Bowl contender if they're healthy.
Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe as I post a new Tom Brady video every day.